Hello everyone, Scoops here, welcome to a brand new series. This is called Tangle Tower. This is a sequel of sorts, or at least using the same character and universe, as a game I played ages ago called Detective Grimoire. On the channel, you can probably find that playlist somewhere. It's kind of a sort of cartoony detective game, but it's done in a really well and accessible way that's fun, it's very satisfying. I suspect this game will be much the same. This is actually my second time recording this because my ancient enemy, sound settings, came back to haunt me. So we're gonna delete that one, delete it, and start again. Let's go. This is Tangle Tower. I'm gonna try to act surprised. uh, every time.
You ready, Sally?
Grimoire, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Alright, the case file. The murder victim is Freya Fellow, 19. Died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, 58. Location, Flora's Tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint, it was discovered to be blood. In Tangle Tower, small painting on a scrap of paper, a few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays it goes by Tangle Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It is surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors, quite painterly. The lake is enclosed by sheer pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Tangle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Anything here?
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune.
Ooh, I didn't pick this up last time.
Please don't do that.
What are these? Curious about that.
Wind chimes. Silent.
Oh.
Wooden wind
Oh.
chimes.
And yeah, this water
That's
seems
a big
weird.
lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
Fair enough. Alright, let's hit the map and we go to the next zone. The gardens.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster
Playing a harp.
playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Look closer.
This
Oh.
isn't just a rig.
Something tells me we're not going to solve this just yet.
I need more details. I need
Let's
information.
come back later.
Everybody keep your eye out for those
It must
symbols.
do
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Harp statue. An old weathered statue of an amphibious creature holding a large harp. Symbols are engraved on each of the harp's 4 column segments. Sound good.
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No. And it's
like the
full of
water.
the same weird water that was in the
Any
lake.
fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Gross. Set tape has been damaged by water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. And finally, we'll take a look at
It's a
this.
stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
You know, I actually noticed there's
This
mushrooms
is some
around.
Do the
garden.
plants all look a little strange to you?
And the weird legs on
The
this.
pond has little stone feet.
Seems a bit superfluous.
You're superfluous.
Ooh. It's an aqueduct? Why is this here?
Quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to say, too quiet?
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
It's a fair point. Alright, continuing on. Main entrance.
Oh,
What?
The Tangle Tower.
oh. There's an O on the floor.
Oh yeah. Tangle Tour.
Twar.
Tower. Check out the
Think
statue.
we'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No. I think he'll just silently judge us.
He will just silently judge us. And then this thing here is curious.
There's a heart engraved in the tree. I didn't know people actually did that.
PPFF.
By the way, I don't have any actual answers, just so people are
Looks like
curious.
someone tried to chop it down, but then gave up.
Can you blame them?
I haven't discovered anything. Oh yeah, the
Is that an
envelope.
envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
Oh, definitely.
Alright, the envelope has been ripped open. There's a single piece of paper inside. Combination is drawn on the other sheet. Once you have it memorized, destroy it. I do not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down there. Ooh. Analyzing.
Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
Alright. Nothing to do but head in. Let's go. The Grand Hall. What's this?
What
Family
is
tree?
that?
I think it's a family tree.
I didn't actually see this before. Oh my god. Do we have Floored? Oh, Lord Fellow. Floored and Flatey. Lord Fellow, Lady Fellow, and Selena. Okay, so the Lord got together with Selena to make Felicia, and then they had Freya, and then the lady had Flint, Felix, and Emily, Damien. Interesting. It's Fellow, Fiona Fellow. Hey, wait, hold on. Because we've met... Well, we haven't met Fiona. Freya's the one who died. Fiona is the one who's getting the painting taken. Lord Remington. Ooh, Remington. I haven't heard those. Lord Pointer, Percival Pointer, Pandora Pointer, Poppy Pointer, and Penelope Pointer. Okay, so figuring out who PP is like really hard. And also figuring out who FF is. Flint, Felix, Fitz, Freya, Felicia, Fiona. Okay, I thought there was going to be a bigger clue. Ultimately, it probably is, but oh my goodness. Okay, let's check this out.
It's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it. Anymore.
Ooh. Looks like a broken egg, actually.
Finally, we get to investigate a murder.
It's not that spooky,
Don't
really.
ruin this. This one has a big P.
That's probably important.
How very P-septic.
Yeah, so
of
I'm
you.
guessing that's the stairs up to the Pointer family, and then this is going to be the
A
fellow
big
one.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
All right, let us head up. At this point, we have no option but to go to the crime scene. And you'll notice that Flora, still here. But let's check out the body.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood. Right, and no real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Yeah, discovered to be blood. So it kind of seems like if she's standing right next to this, and that's real blood on the painting, maybe somebody stabbed through it? Let's check it
There
out.
it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
Ray was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process. Laura appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Exactly. Alright, so here's one of the main mechanics of these games as I remember it. So in a detective game, it's all about, piecing together clues to try to figure out, who did the murder. And you can either have a system where you just do just random guesses until something clicks. You could do another way where you just have to gather all the clues and all of a sudden it's like, ding, you got all the things you need. This game does it in kind of a half midway. So you still need to kind of deduce things. but you get given options to do it. So you could brute force it if you really wanted to. You'll see how it works. So then, okay, was used to kill, completely covered in, was used to knock out, is holding a knife tipped with. I actually can't quite remember what I just did. I think it's Flora's portrait. Was used to kill. No. He's completely covered in, holding a knife tipped with blood. Because it stabbed Freya.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
It's true. Maybe. Probably not.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting? Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
The
Checkmate.
case is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
Disagree. Ooh, that's really loud. An unfinished painting, chapter 1. I'm guessing is basically what that's saying. All right, before we talk to her, we're gonna check out a few things here. So it's the
Is that a
gramophone.
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
Interesting. Gramophone. It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. You kids know what that? Remember what cassette tapes is? Or vinyl records? Weirdly enough, vinyl records are more relative to today, related to today, common today. Anyway, it's pointed towards the middle of the room. There's a noticeable crack running through it, all the way from the horn down to the tape deck. Yeah, the whole way. How's that still going?
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
New Freya. This is a crack down the middle too. There's a handwritten note to label to Freya.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? We could give it a go.
Let's do it. Try it. All right, let's use this one. Beautiful.
It's piano music.
Piano music. Recording of piano music. It plays for a short while before stopping. All right, let's eject that one and try the moldy one. Ooh, birds. Eeriness. Someone humming. Someone walking?
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
The recording of someone walking outdoors, a distorting humming melody can be heard. You know what? I wonder if those birds will be able to tell us where that was recorded. I think that might be a factor. The birds in different areas might have different like sounds that they'll do. I'm gonna take a guess. Check out the
Freya's
paintings.
painting supplies.
All glass pots of red, yellow, blue, black, and white paint. Glass pots are all cracked down one side. Yeah. Take a look at the
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she
yeah.
was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
tragedy. The palette has a variety of paints loaded onto it. The largest is a blob of black in the middle. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint. Check out the egg.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary...
Take a look.
I think it's a
Okay.
container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
So, the puzzle of this is that you can swap these back and forth. And then I can rotate it back, and you can see the patterns that these are on. Now, they're not the same exact spots, but they kind of hit the same pattern. So you can see this one has a long strip, 45-degree angle, 45-degree into one that has a short strip. So you can find that one here. So we need to put a red in the shorter thing, a green in the longer ones. Red, green in the longer. Boom! Done. Let's look for this long one right here. So it's going to be purple on the short end, blue on the long end. So it's blue over here, purple over here. Let's do, say, this one. Let's do this one next. So we have the purple on the wiggly short, and then the yellow on that one. Over here. We have purple on the squiggly short, and then yellow over. Nope, that's this way. Ah. Yeah, purple on the short, yellow on the squiggly long. Let's take a look at this one next. So that is over here. So we have red on the long one, blue on the short one, red over here, and then blue over here. And then what else is even left? So there's this one right here. So it's yellow on the long and then green on the short. That is this one. So yellow on the long, green on the short, which I think is this one right here. And then the long one left is just purple and purple.
I got it.
Yes!
I'm impressed. Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining of the egg is a soft, velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass that rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws. Alright, it's time to talk to Flora. Talk being
Flora.
particular choice of words.
Hello?
With marvelous hair.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Till we learn more. Tell us about yourself, Flora.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
And what about yesterday?
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried.
And finally, can I get your statement?
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what
Your
happened to
testimony
Freya?
would be real helpful right now.
Yeah, she's acting
Real helpful.
pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Good. Very important question. All right, there's 2 more things I want to look at in this room.
We're
So
at the
there's-
top of the tower, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's
Why is there a giant eye on the ceiling? And then the door got
that's
broken
the
in.
only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
Specifically a broken hinge.
That's
Can
the
I see
only
that?
door.
No,
Also-
it's the same
Sure
thing.
is.
All right, last thing I want to do before I call it for the introductory episode. Go down to here. That's what I did last time, and I don't want to get screwed up in my brain. The stone square. Let's talk to you.
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. this is a joke, it's not a good one.
So rude.
Who are you
So
anyway?
snarky.
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
It's a fair point.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
Tell me a bit more about yourself. By the way, I noticed you said her client, but doesn't say who that is. That's the wrong thing. Yourself.
Not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in the murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you
Before the
working
murder.
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
for? What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Sally, come on.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you
Presumably
find
the
anything
door wasn't
unusual?
broken then?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite.
All these F names are so confusing. There's Flora, there's Fiona, there's Freya. I assume once I figure out the Pointer family, it's going to be just 1,000 P's too. Oh, that's going to hurt. Alright, can I get your statement, please?
Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the Fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the Fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Ooh, alrighty. Well, hopefully that's titillating enough. Don't like that word. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited to keep going. There's a lot of stuff to unravel. I'm already really intrigued about how it's going to end. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you again next time. Have a good day. Bye.